Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Weiner Show. If you like The Mike Weiner Show and you want to make your own podcast, well, let me tell you about Anchor. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. This edition of The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift like Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit PictureThisPhotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960 or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, let's give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international war-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift for remembrance? Makes you laugh and cry at the same time. Whatever gift for Grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears will just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw, Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809 or visit PictureThisPhotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bring your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com or 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple Music. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas 24/7 for your loved ones, family, and friends, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, makes great gifts 24/7, 365. And for more great gift ideas, check out the Me and Molson Zia store on Amazon for great merchandise like T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, all kinds of goodies, plus great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles and more. Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia. Check it out today. And don't forget to support the Mike Weiner Show on Anchor FM along with PayPal and the MikeWeinerShow.com. Make sure you donate generously today. We're here with a terrific lady whose latest release offers a way to basically just rescue you from the drudgery of cleaning. Of course, we all know that, with the pandemic and everything, and gives you more time for yourself. And this lady here provides step-by-step instructions and tips on how to perform weekly cleaning in 3 hours or less, and plus time-saving tips and time-saving advice, and increase the quality of your personal life. And yes, a clean house as well. Who doesn't need a clean house? And of course, this wonderful lady has worked in the cleaning business with a number of companies, and also was a full-time student working to earn a bachelor's in business management, and a single parent, late 20s. And she's got a book called No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline. So live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere in beautiful West Palm Beach, with a clean house. And yes, she tells you to clean up and clean up your act. Ladies and gentlemen, the author of the new book, No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline. So listen to this lady for some great cleaning advice. And if you're cleaning right now, stop and listen. Ladies and gentlemen, Pauline Irene Stacey. Pauline, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Ooh, Thanks, Mike. I don't know how to follow all that up.
Well, you told me to clean up my act, right? And that's what I did before. So I was like, I had to follow your advice to clean. So
that's awesome.
Yes. And of course, you've got a great book as well, too. No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline. And you worked in the cleaning business with several companies, and you also pursued a full-time degree in business management, and also single parent, late 20s. And your latest release offers a way to basically rescue you from just drudgery of cleaning house, more personal time for yourself, and just tips, advice, and everything. And it's all in a simple manual. No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline. It's available on major retailers. And before we get into all that, Pauline, tell us how you first got started.
Tell me. I'm sorry, I missed the question.
How you first got started.
Oh, well, you going back to how I, was in school and a single mom. I went to college 10 years later than the average student. So I had a 5-year-old child. And the long story short is I was very busy. I was a single mom, and I was cleaning houses to put myself through school. At the time I was working on my associate's degree. And so I had to go to school all day and then go to work all afternoon and pick up my daughter from daycare. And I know there's a lot of people there that can still relate to this story, that this was written 33 years ago, okay, when this was happening. But still today, if you don't pick your children up at a certain time, like by 6 o'clock, they charge you like $25 for every 5 minutes you're late. And that was like $1 million to me back in those days. So I had to make sure I got to her school on time. And so essentially, I just started having to figure out how to make this faster, so I could get the job done and get it done 100%. Because when you're cleaning for yourself, that's a different story. But when you're cleaning as a business, you gotta, it's 99% is not good enough, right? Mm-hmm. So I just started perfecting it. I'm sure everybody can relate to this. When you're cleaning, you have a lot of time to think. And so that's what I would do. And I would just kind of challenge myself each time. I would say, okay, how much I'm going to finish this house 5 minutes quicker than I did last time, or 10 minutes. And then with being able to think during all that time, I started thinking about, like you said, at the time I was working on my bachelor's degree in business. And I started thinking about studies that I could do, because everybody thinks business is just money, right? Mm-hmm. But it really is how to manage people, right? Because without the people, you're not making any money. And so they've done a lot of studies, and I just was thinking about one of them where they talked about a conveyor belt, right? One person doing 3 or 4 things on a conveyor belt was nowhere near as productive as one person doing one thing. And I started thinking about that with the cleaning. And I realized that this book, No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline, is a system. it will make a huge difference in your life, because if you're doing one thing at a time, you're getting it done better and faster. And what I come to realize was that people were mixing chores. So people say to you, well, it takes a long time to clean, but they're not cleaning. They're doing the dishes. They're doing the laundry. They're organizing all the toys. So you get where I'm coming from? So all of a sudden, it's not just cleaning. So I just started putting the system together. And then I just decided, you know what? I have to share this with the world. I have to tell everybody what I found, because I know people are not going to believe that you can clean a whole house. And I lived in Palm Beach County. I have worked with, like mansions. And to say you could clean a house in 3 hours doesn't seem possible. But if you try this system, I guarantee you, I tell people in the book, I'll come and clean your house if you can't do it in 3 hours, if you work the systems, the right way. But, according to the American Cleaning Institute, they say that 34% of people do not feel like they clean enough, and 31% of people don't feel like they clean correctly. And so when the pandemic came, myself, like a lot of us, right, we all just decided, I'm going to do something different. We got to toss caution to the wind here and step out of the box, And I tried to get my book published back in those days, but 30 years ago, people weren't publishing books like that, right? It was like a 1 in a million shot. And so, but now it's different. You can self-publish. So I was in a good group of people and found a good company, and just decided that this was the time. And I realized, especially now, like how many people out there feel guilty that their house isn't clean, or they don't have enough time to clean it, right? And so this book takes the guilt out of it. It teaches you how to stop thinking about cleaning, because I know there's a lot of people out there, millions that are going to relate to this. It's not even, Mike, all the time that we spend cleaning. You know what it is? It's the amount of time we think about it, right? We're running the kids around. We're doing this. We're doing that. No time to take care of ourselves. And then you sit down for 2 seconds, whether it's to just unwind and watch a show or whatever, or even eat, and it's on your mind. It's just on your mind 24/7. And so this helps to teach people how to stop thinking about cleaning, because you don't have to think about something that's done, right? Mm-hmm. So using a system is what's going to help people get things done a lot quicker. And there's no other book on the market like it. There wasn't 30 years ago, because I did research, and I did research during the pandemic to still see books today are out there about tips and tricks, right? Nothing teaches you a system.
Really? Okay. And what exactly is the system?
Well, it's interesting that you ask, because the first part of the book, and I just have to show you your people, see how small this is. This really is a nice thin manual. This is no heavy duty reading. Okay. But the first 5 chapters talk about how to get your mind in a positive mindset, right? So a lot of people don't like cleaning. They actually have to use the word, they hate cleaning. They say they hate cleaning because, again, one thing about it is the amount of time. Again, so separate the chores, right? But the other thing too is that we think about it as a dirty job, right? So we dress gross. We, put our old dirty jeans on, an old t-shirt, pull our hair up in a bun, and no makeup and whatever. And what's going to be fun about that? We use these old dirty, white rags that got grease on them and stuff like that. And so I go into specific details of what to do and how to think. So I just don't tell people, okay, have a good attitude about it. Just think positively when I tell them what to do. And one of the things, believe it or not, I brought some flops out here today.
Oh, those look nice. Very colorful. We can use some.
Right? So, your attitude when you're cleaning with cloths that are like your favorite color and bright and shiny and make you happy, just that one thing makes a difference, right? Mm-hmm. But what I tell people is, it's not a gross job. All those houses that I cleaned over all those years, I used to have to go straight from school and to clean a house. So I never had time to change my clothes. So whatever I was wearing for school, I was wearing to clean a house. And you know what, Mike? You know how many outfits I've ruined? 0.
Wow.
I tell people, pay attention if you're using bleach, obviously, right?
Oh, yes.
But you don't really need bleach. But anyway, so I thought about that. And I'm like, you know what? If you just dressed the way you would, let's say that a longtime college friend comes to visit and surprises you, it's knocking on the door, and you're literally smack in the middle of cleaning. I tell people that you should just be able to take off your rubber gloves, go, wash your hands, pick up your purse and leave. That's how you should dress. So basically, a decent outfit that you feel good about yourself in. If you normally wear a little bit of makeup, or a little bit of makeup. Nothing bad's happening, because one of the things that's different about this book also, this isn't about organizing. This isn't about, cleaning your garage. This is about weekly house cleaning. That's the difference, right? Because people let things pile up and it gets really bad and they get upset about it because they just hate it so much that they don't do it. So if you learn about a system that you can clean your whole house in 3 hours or less every week, and hey, let me tell you, a lot of people can skip a week after they did that kind of cleaning, right? Then it's not something that takes like you said, it takes the guilt out of feeling bad about it all the time. So that's the first part of the book. So it actually talks about, how to get a positive attitude. Another one, people that have read the book that really liked was, I tell them, what's the best thing to do whenever you're doing something you don't like? When you're stuck in a traffic jam, what does everybody do? Blare the music. Turn on the radio, right? Yes. Turn on the music. And so I tell people, blast the radio, man. Just play whatever you like and blast it loud. And if there's anybody in the house that's telling you, the music's too loud, I say, tell them the next time they do the weekly house cleaning chores that they can play whatever they like. So yeah, that's the first part of the book. It gets you set up. It teaches you how to set up your products. The book, it does not discuss product recommendations. So I don't talk about brands. I tell you what products you have to have. I tell you where to put them. Believe it or not, there's an actual map in the book that shows you where to put the products.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there is no detail that I have left out. And then just lost my train of thought. Then it will get into, from chapter 6 on, about what to do. Here's the beauty of it, okay? It gives you literally step-by-step instructions of what to do. What I did was, I have a little bonus that's in the back of the book. You can go to the website. And you can print out like cheat sheets. I just did like printer-friendly outlines, no pictures, so you don't use a lot of ink or anything, but just a lot of outlines. And it's for each section. Okay. So let's say you're in the bathroom, then you print the outline so that you can just take it and kind of stick it in your bucket. And then you can follow that, the first 2 or 3 times. And I tell people that unless there's, you've got like serious challenges, you should not have to use those cheat sheets after the 3rd time. You're probably saying, well, how's that possible? Because it's so simple. It's intuitive, right? Because I actually have a map in there to show you what room to start in. But whatever room you start in a circle. So if you're starting left to right, whatever, you work in a circle, you work your way out, and then you always start from top to bottom, right? Because the dust is going to fall and you don't want to repeat having to clean. So it's everything about it saves steps. Another one of my favorites, trick. I got another little prop for you. Another one of my favorites is this little guy, right? Just this little feather duster.
Oh, so, yeah.
When you're cleaning, one of the most aggravating things that takes a lot of time is cleaning hair off of countertops. Whether you have somebody in the house with long hair, short hair, pets, right?
Oh, so yeah. Plenty of pets.
Right. You spray the countertop. And you're wiping it with the rag, and you just have to keep rinsing it and rinsing it. And all you're doing is moving it from one side to the next. And it's time consuming, but it's also, I'm laughing because it's aggravating, right? Like, oh my God. So if you
don't shed.
When everything's dry, right, before you wipe anything down, before you spray anything, you just give it a few little tosses with the ostrich feather, and it all falls to the floor. And don't worry about that, because you're going to get that when you vacuum in that stage, So now the whole countertop is hairless. So wiping it down is so much easier.
Got it. And that makes perfect sense. And I was going to ask about the cloths as well, too. Is there a particular type of material when it comes to cloth that you recommend?
Yes, 100%. Microfiber cleaning cloths. So in the book, we say no more talk. We never use the word rags anymore. So that has to leave your vocabulary, right? So cleaning cloths, microfiber cleaning cloths, you can literally get them anywhere from Walmart to wherever. Go to Amazon. Here's the other thing I want to talk about, though, about the cleaning cloths. That's awesome when it comes to windows. If you follow my Instagram and my Facebook, I leave what's called Pauline's Pearls. So every once in a while, I'm going to actually make a product recommendation.
Oh, wow.
And so I have done that for the window. So you might want to check that out because it is like a miracle. But the second part of windows and mirrors really is the cleaning cloth. Now, I know a lot of people will use paper towels. When I was cleaning, the big deal back then was use a particular paper towel that had no lint. So I did that. But now, Mike, they make cleaning cloths specifically for windows and mirrors.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yes. And so they look like, remember the pile I was just holding up? It's just a different fabric. But it's still microfiber. Between the product that I recommended and the microfiber cleaning cloths, I can't even tell you because, I'm sure this has happened. I know this has happened to everybody in the universe, right? But I'm sure this happens where you clean a window or a mirror and you walk away and then you see it from another angle or the sun setting or
streaking. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. I've had that before.
And you're like, no, you just spent 4 hours on that window or whatever. You walk away and it's like, oh my God, that takes that away. So 100% stop with the paper towels and all the other gadgets. Go check out what I suggested for the product, because that's another big one, right? And then the cleaning, and the cleaning cloth for windows. And even if you go on Amazon and just put cleaning cloth, microfiber cleaning cloths for windows, they have them. Look, I'll give you an example. I even have these here. Here's a whole brand new pack.
And wow! Okay,
that's how they come. Yeah, they cost nothing, but they last forever, right? Because you only have to use a couple, So anyway, so that's the windows and the mirrors.
And I was going to ask you something too. You mentioned about paper towels causing streaks. What are your thoughts on newspapers that you clean the?
So, back in the day, that was the trick, right? Newspaper and vinegar. And because the ink of the newspaper, there was something in it that would help that streaking thing, especially when you're doing like sliders. Right? Because they always have that. And then the sun comes and you're like, oh my God, you're like, there's no way. I can't believe I spent 2 hours on these. Right. And I have to tell you that I have actually still recently read that people still recommend doing that. But how many of us, I'm an environmentalist. My real job in life is doing environmental work. And so how many of us really even buy a newspaper anymore or want to go through the trouble of saving it and then having to spray the window and blah, blah, blah. But,
right.
Here's the thing, Mike. Here's the thing. Okay. This book is all about you. It's not about Pauline. I have given people a way to start, something to think about, something to build on. It says in the book over and over again, do what you're happy about. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Do what you like. And that was why in the book, I decided not to make product recommendations. I want people to kind of do some experimenting, talk to your friends, talk to your family. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter and you'll see, Facebook and Instagram, you'll see my little Pauline's Pearls, right? So it's about you and what's good for you. So if you say, oh, I don't want to do my bathroom this way, I want to do it that way, that's fine. But the bottom line is that this is giving you a system and it's teaching you an idea of how to use a system to get the job done in no time and reclaim your weekends, man. Take your weekends back, right?
Exactly. A lot of people should be doing that. And what do you consider the most challenging room of all?
Oh, by far the bathroom. And so I will tell you, I'll give you a little sneak peek about the book, right? I don't want to give too much away, but when it starts, you said, how do you start? What's the system and so forth? And so when I break down the chores, I don't break it. It's not by room to room to room. It's by the actual chore. So we start off by dusting. So it teaches you what to do in each room, how to dust in each room. And then you go through each room around the house and do all the dusting and it's done. Now your dusting's done. Now you're going to go to windows and mirrors. So you take whatever you need just for that, right? And you walk into each room and you do all the windows and mirrors. Now that's done. However, when you get to the bathroom, think about it. I mean, that's where we spend most of our time. That's where things are the dirtiest, right? We've got the toilet, we've got the sink, people are brushing their teeth, they're shaving, you got the
showers and all that, and Pat's walking on the carpet and everything, towels and all that. I know how that goes.
Yes. You will love the bathroom section because you can't even imagine how fast that's going to be. And here's the other thing you have to think about though, right? Like if you're starting from square one and you get the book and you start, your first week, it's not going to be 3 hours because you're starting from scratch. You're going to have to put a little elbow grease and get some of the stuff done that hasn't been done in a long time. If you're somebody that normally keeps it up every week, then that won't be a problem. But I promise that after 3 times, you won't have to take the book in or print out the sheets or whatever, because it's so intuitive. Like I said, go in a circle, top to bottom, and then once you learn that you have to separate the chores, right? The dusting from the mirrors and the windows, from the vacuuming and all that kind of stuff. And, but yeah, the bathroom is where you spend most of your time. Absolutely.
And that's so amazing as well, too. And once again, where can we find the book at?
Amazon. Yep. Or you can go to my website, right? Pauline Irene Stacey.com. You can check that out too. And if anybody I'm really looking for cleaning stories. I'm hoping that.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'm looking. Yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly. I would love for people to go to the website and leave me some stories. And I would love to put them on the blog and maybe share them on Facebook and stuff.
Something, speaking of stories, I like to hear some of your stories. We'll get that in just 1 minute. You listen to the Mike Weiner Show at the MikeWeinerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Weiner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Also brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is the key ingredient. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. We'll be back with the author of No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline Irene Stacey, after this time out. This edition of the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift like Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show. That's okay, I'm not looking to rain.
We're back with the author of the book, No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline. We're listening or watching Pauline Irene Stacey here on the Mike Weiner Show. And you got some great stories to tell us when it comes to clean everything. And I'm sure I've got a couple of mine. And if anybody wants to comment about stories as well, too, they can do so on YouTube and any platform you listen, comment section. Feel free to do so.
Yes, absolutely. I want to hear about one of your stories, Mike.
Okay, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, my wife and I, when we first came up here, we actually had to clean a house that was like, that was just full of dust, full of dirt. We had dead animals and trying to get rid of, mice and everything else. And it had some mold and it took about, a couple of days to clean, but we managed it. We did pretty good with that. But I think a bigger story is that we cleaned another house for a landlord. And my wife was, thought there was like a piece of dirt when she picked it up. It was a toad that jumped out and jumped right at her. It was like, hey! Like that. And she was trying to clean up, just like this big pound of dirt. And it turned out a frog was in it and just jumped out. So we had that story. And I think we also had some carpet we tried to pull up and all the hair just comes up and everything else. So, I mean, we had our stories of just like with that one instance, like you pick up 1,000 pounds of dirt and a frog comes out. So
I have not had that happen to me. Although I live in South Florida and we do have, what down here, right? A little friendly bugs over here. So that might happen once in a while, but, which is worse than a frog.
Oh yeah. And of course, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's interesting that you're talking about like the big cleaning jobs because, in the book, No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline, we're talking about, a weekly house cleaning system. But here's the thing, right? It doesn't matter. Once you read the book and you learn about, hey, I can make a system for cleaning, like who would have thunk, right? Because think about it. Cleaning is not a topic anyone has ever taught us. Our parents didn't teach us. No one taught them. You can't take how to clean your house even in home economics, anybody that ever had that class, like they don't teach you a system on how to clean. There's millions of books that teach you tips and tricks, right? But nothing teaches you about a system. So even if somebody is going to go about, let's say, cleaning a hoarder situation or a garage that's head to toe, right, with junk, it gives you hope. I think the book gives you hope. Somebody asked me one time in an interview, what's the one thing you want people to take from your book? So I hope I'm not stealing your question.
No. It's okay. Feel free to contribute as much as you want. Go right ahead.
And I said, they said, what's the one thing you hope you would like people to take from your book? About No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline. And I said, well, would you believe it has nothing to do with cleaning? They're like, what? But truly, it's that it gives you hope that you can use a system to do any type of a cleaning job, right? And the other thing is, of course, that it frees you from the guilt and you can take back your weekends, right? And you stop thinking about cleaning, right? And so when you were talking about, having to clean a new home, right? Like, that you were going to move into, I think that if you had read the book, that it contributes a lot. Hoarder situations, that's another thing that I have done in my time. And I think that I'm either going to save that for a blog or another mini book because that's a very, very interesting topic, right? Mm-hmm. And because you're dealing with a lot with psychology, not just about, I got to clean, right? It's a lot of it is, dealing with the people. So anyway, but yeah, I hope that's my hope is that it gives people hope that, if you can come up with a system for cleaning and take something that is what we always thought of our whole lives, generation after generation after generation, of a hated subject that you have no idea where to start with. And think about it. Let me give you an example. This is what pretty much everybody does, unless you read the book, right? Mm-hmm. You say, oh, it's Saturday morning. Okay, this is my cleaning time, 9:00. All right, I'm cleaning the house. And it's like, okay, so you go in the kitchen and you start doing dishes. Now we already had that discussion, right? So, that's a no-no right off the bat.
Yeah. And of course, you have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And next thing you know, you got to wait and wait and wait. Yes.
Yeah. And so let's say you see something on the counter. You're like, all right, I'm going to wipe the counter now. And there's something on the counter that belongs, let's say, in the bathroom. So you take that one little thing and you walk all the way across the house. You go to put it in the drawer in the bathroom. And then you look in the drawer and you say, what the heck is this stuff in here? And you start cleaning out the drawer.
Oh, no.
Then you get back to the kitchen, and it's an hour and a half later. You go, gee, cleaning takes so much time. And I'm like, but you didn't clean. You got to listen to Pauline, right?
That's right. And of course, a good reason to do so as well, too. And what else can we expect from you coming up in the future as well? Do we expect another book from you or anything else like that?
Yes, 100%. 100%. I'm hoping right now, I'm really hoping that it's the holidays. The holidays are around the corner. And one of the reasons why I love how small this is, because you know what a great gift this would be as a stocking stuffer, right?
Uh-huh.
People usually get books and it's like, oh, I got to read that. But everybody's afraid. They're like, I had somebody one time ask me on an interview, I don't have time to read your book. Can you just tell me what to do? And I'm like, trust me, if you read this little thing, it's manual style, right? You mentioned that at the beginning. It's just how to step by step. It's no frills in it whatsoever. There are no stories, nothing, right? It's just how to do it. But if you read the book, as I told the lady, read the book, you'll have all kinds of time on your hands. You know what I mean?
Oh, and speaking of holidays, I was going to ask you this question. Any special advice when it comes to holiday cleaning?
Read the book.
I'm sure somebody would ask that. So it's like.
Yeah, because you know what? It's the same concept, right? Let's say that, everybody just left the house and you have dishes everywhere and you've got, somehow you've got food that is still good that needs to get put away. You've got the food that's in dishes that's dirty. This book is going to teach you that even in that scenario, Mike, where you're just looking at all this mess, this is a mess. It's not so much the cleaning, right? It's a mess, right? Mm-hmm. That if you do that the same way, right? One thing at a time. So for me, it's like, okay, I don't get overwhelmed with anything. Nothing at all, ever. I told you, I've worked in hoarders' houses where people just don't even, just have to walk away. And it's because it's a system. So I would just look at everything and go, okay, well, look, what dishes have food in it that need to get thrown out? So I would just scrape all that, pile those dishes. And then I would look at the food that needs to get put away, find containers to fit it in, put the food away. Now you got more dishes you need to rinse out.
Oh my gosh.
Now you're just left with the dirty dishes. So whether you have a, dishwasher, you pile it all up nice and neat. You might have to do 2 rounds, but who cares? You know what I mean? For me, when that happens, you know what I do? I do dishes in the sink while that load's getting done. You know, and before you know it, and I have been asked many times to help, especially like my daughter, she has a big party, whatever. And then she's like, oh, but I feel guilty. You're doing the cleaning. I'm like, but I can get it done so much faster than you can. So go play the game. But yeah, again, see, so you get what I'm saying? It's just about a system. And that's what the book really kind of sets you up for, is learning that, it's all about a system. And then it's done. And you're not overwhelmed when you look at it. Because when I look at a big mess, I look at what's the first thing I have to do. And you only focus on that. Does that make sense? So with house cleaning, you're thinking to yourself, I have to clean the house. And even if it's only going to take 3 hours, let's say that you've got the magic number, and you say, okay, it's only going to take me Pauline says it's only going to take me 3 hours to clean my house, right? And then you can start thinking about, how to attack it. Right? How am I going to do this? And you're doing one chore at a time, and you're not looking at the whole thing. When I'm telling you, okay, this is how you set up your bucket. This is where you set it up in the house. This is where you put what, and where to stand and where to start. I'm not talking about chapter 11 about the carpets and the floor. We're not talking about that. So if you stay focused on one chore, you can't get overwhelmed because you're only doing one chore. You get overwhelmed when you think about the big picture.
And that's very important as well, too. Something to keep in mind. Once again, we're with Pauline Irene Stacey of No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline on the Mike Weiner Show. And just a couple of things. We'd love to have you back and looking forward to an update. And who do you consider biggest influence in the career, Pauline?
Which career? The cleaning career or the
it can be anything
career?
In general.
The biggest influence. Well, I think you're going to laugh. Probably, or maybe not even believe me, but I have to say it's everybody else out there. Does that make sense? Like I even dedicated the book to everybody. How many people dedicate their book to the reader? It's always, Joe Schmo, mom, dad, the kids, my grandma, my teacher, you know what I mean? I dedicated my book to the reader. I believe that people deserve more time, right? And they need to have a way to take back their weekends and to feel good about spending time with having fun with your family, with your friends, and most importantly, yourself, right? So I think that when I was thinking about how to go faster, it was because I wanted to save that $25. I didn't want to be late. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
Once I discovered it, the only thing I could think of was everybody else. I'm like, I have to tell people about this because, like I said, no system exists. And again, 33 years later, Google, look and see, is there such a book that teaches you a system on how to clean? It's just tips and tricks. So I feel like it was my excitement about, I have to tell everybody about this. Like, I can't keep this to myself. So I think, I know that sounds like pretty much a crazy answer. Everybody gives a name.
I think that was a very good one. Yes, I like it a lot. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Well, besides buy the book and read the book and follow the book, give the book away.
Oh, yes, makes great gifts. I got to remember that. So, yeah, if you're out shopping out there, guys, you got to buy the book. And once again, we're with author Pauline Irene Stacey on the Mike Weiner Show with No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline. Pauline, you've been so amazing. Love to have you back with an update and maybe even come by, clean our house sometime. We can help you with yours and inspire everybody.
Done.
So.
Done.
All right, that's great. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your book?
Yes. So, I wish I had more time to teach everybody how to stop thinking about cleaning and reclaim your weekends. But go ahead and visit my website at PaulineIreneStacey.com. There's a lot of information on there. And again, I would love to hear stories. I want some cleaning stories, right? We need to share. We need to get together and help each other and kind of entertain each other about this subject. So yeah, No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline. And it's at PaulineIreneStacey.com. And you can get it on Amazon.
And we certainly are listening to you as well. Once again, Pauline, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you soon.
Awesome.
Do us a favor.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Keep us up to date. Love to have you back in the future. And don't forget to keep in touch. And let's keep things clean. And we definitely wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Mike. Take care. Bye-bye.
Picture this photo books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.